hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, Karen, we are live. Hello, Facebook world. Hello, YouTube. Hello, all the platforms that we are on. Oh my gosh, I want to welcome you guys to the Quest for Truth with Corina Pataki. That would be moi. And I'm so excited to have my incredible producer and dear friend, and she is co hosting with me today this incredible show. Karen, hey, what's up?
Well, hey, welcome everybody to the show. We're so excited. We got two great guests coming up, and we're so excited to share what they're going to bring to you today because we're going to talk about light cities. We're going to talk about new developments, new technologies coming up. So, hey, we're going to start really digging into this stuff. People are talking about it, but these people are really doing it. So, we want to make sure that you are the first in the know. But first, we want you to click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you turn on your notification so when Karina comes live, you're the first one to know that she's coming in at you in the house right now and live. So don't forget to click your bell and make sure that you're getting the notifications of her coming live. So back to you, Karina.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Well, you gotta love live kind of streaming. As you can see, my glasses broke. So, you guys, yeah, my eyeballs are not crooked. My head will not be crooked. It's my glasses. So, if you see any crookedness, it's these glasses. Um, so oh my gosh, I see a lot of you guys. I know we have people that are going to be watching from Romania, from UK, from all over the US, Australia. So I want to welcome all of you guys. Welcome. And if you're watching after, again, if you're enjoying it, please like and share it. Because I'm telling you guys, we are living in an age where we have a choice to either get bogged down and observe the density of the reality that we're seeing, or we have a choice to look at the future. Let me tell you something, the future is not this pie in the sky. The future is when you choose to see it, because remember, you create the reality, you create realities. And I was telling with our talking with our incredible guest that I'm going to bring on, even the Bible, it says, Paul said it, that I see, I'm going to paraphrase here. He said, I see the future for me, and I reach forward to grab a hold of that higher call. In other words, to grab a hold of the future of who I am supposed to become. So let me tell you what that means is that I don't sit on my tuchus observing the negative reality around me and coming into agreement with that. No, what that means is that I have a choice to get up. I have a choice to observe things from a different perspective, and I have a choice then to grab it and do something with it and use what's in your hand. So this is what these amazing two guests you guys have done in order to bring the future into the now. Because again, we have a choice to sit in the darkness, or we have a choice to sit and stand and walk out of the future, so I can walk my future right now out of my present reality. So, you guys, without any further ado, I would really love to bring in our incredible guests, Bruno Mihailescu. Oh my gosh, my brother from another mother from the stars. And this incredible, you guys, young man that I have gotten to talk to and kind of gotten to know a little bit. And it's such an honor to have you, Nikolay. And I'm going to say your name like only a Romanian or an Eastern European can say, Nikolay Ayerov. Nikolay Ayerov.
Fantastic.
How was that? Nikolay, welcome. I'm so glad to have you with us. Bruno, so excited to have you with us here. So, before now, you guys, I know a lot of you have watched my previous interviews with Bruno, because I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of contact, you guys being so blessed. But for those of you that do not know who these two men are, I'm going to start and introduce you to Bruno, and then I will introduce you um, to Nikolai and what he does. So, Bruno Mihailescu is a visionary and owner of Ecopia and Eco Light Cities, aimed to change the entire world, you guys. His groundbreaking Eco Light City Ventures is to create the new earth with perfect divine harmony. These self sustained communities will integrate state of the art technologies only seen in such things like science fiction. Now, integrating the SaaS, which means light I see, Bruno and his team of exceptional visionaries will deliver advanced, listen to this, advanced technology such as DNA regenesis, DNA analysis, nutrition. Let's see, free energy systems. You guys, we're going to talk about some of this stuff and show you some videos today. Bioorganic agriculture. Um, let's see, with PRS, magnetic organ. Sorry, magnetic organic bioscience technologies. Oh my gosh, you guys, and so much more. So again, these are people, you guys, that are have chosen to live the present out of the future and transform the present reality into the future. So Bruno, we're so glad to have you here with us. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much, Corina. And thank you, Karen, and everybody, and all your audience. It's a blessing to be here with you and share the world. What we are working almost every day. We are just busy like a bee to provide results as soon as possible. I know some people they ask when. Uh, we are not limited by time. Only our mind is limited by time. If you set your mind and your heart to change your DNA to live 1,000 years, then you don't rush. So what is the time? Very soon, I hope. According to our technicians and scientists working diligently right now, very, very soon, probably in 1 month, we're going to have the first magnetic motor. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's free energy technology. And we start with the magnetic motor because it's the first element of the life support system which we aim to create, and then second it will be a molecular structure water out of the air, purification air which kill all the viruses and bacteria, and we have so many throwing on us every day, so we're going to be safe out of that. And then the hydroponics with the organic original live seeds, no GMO. So each one can have his own food. All it will be incorporated into one family kit, and we try to make it as affordable as possible. And then we're going to put in our platform, and then it can be exchanged for goods, services, money, crypto, your imagination, wherever you want. So everybody should have that.
Wow, this is incredible. So you guys get ready because we're going to have a packed interview that's going to blow your mind and give you hope. So now without further ado, let's go to Nikolay. Now, Nikolay, I'm going to read his bio. You guys, it's remarkable what this young man has the abilities in him to do. Because remember, each and every one of you have powerful abilities inside of you. It's just the difference is, do you choose to tap in and utilize them? And Nikolay, that's exactly what he did. So Nikolay is a quantum security specialist and a multi-dimensional channeler and 5D relationship guide. Now, listen, over the past half decade, Nikolay has been taken on a deep dive into the quantum fields as well as the human psyche, mapping out the subconscious mind. In doing so, he is in the process of creating an education system on how to operate in this reality as well as in the other realities that are multi realities. So, Nikolay, it's so wonderful to have you. And I want to start off a little bit because you were born. Where were you born, first of all?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's an honor. And I was actually born 1991 back in the Soviet Union, Belarus, Minsk specifically.
Yes, so you were born in Belarus, and you eventually moved to the United States
Yeah, when I was in
because of
92, very
in
quickly.
92. Okay, so 92. Now, Nikolay, um, I want our audience to know because from the United States, living in the United States for a long period of time, all of a sudden you were sent to Romania
Yes,
to utilize the giftings that you have in you. So, first of all, let's talk about your giftings a little bit so people can get a, or your blueprint, your mandates, so people can get an idea of who you are. And then, why in the world Romania? Why? So,
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's a little story to that, but a little bit about myself. Essentially, uh, for the last half a decade now, I've kind of went on this warp space drive. Basically, in Star Wars when they pull the lever and they go right into hyperspace. It's kind of like my spiritual journey kind of began in that sense, where I just started unraveling very quickly. I think at the age of 29, I was basically just tired of life. And things weren't working out. I was bored. I didn't see a future. And then all of a sudden, I get into all of these interests and all of these uh, passions, and start like gifts start unlocking. But those the beginning, it's always a thirst for knowledge, and then you start really having the thirst for the inner knowledge, and you pull back on the outer knowledge. But that essentially from there it goes, and I started my journey as past life regression therapist, where I kind of created my own brand of it. Most past life regression is hypnosis and all of this, but my main goal when I started this was I always wanted people to be empowered right from the beginning. So I always gave people the power to do it themselves. So I would have a frequency that I created that allowed them to get into the theta state and come and remember their lives themselves, fully conscious, no hypnosis, no none of that. And then we would kind of go through, and I would like facilitate that. And
Mhm,
then as the years went on, I was activated in the quantum surgery aspect when I was starting to see the human body as code. And
mhm,
then basically I can operate with that code similar like a programmer would look at lines of code on a computer and be creating a program or shifting it or fixing it.
mm,
I essentially see the human body as code, much as like you can see the matrix with ones and zeros, except it's more uh, fairy tale like to some degree, where there's multi dimensions to us, and there could be dragons, elves, fairies, all of
mm.
these
Yes.
strange things that you would normally just see in fairy tale books. But and there's also shadowy or darker aspects to it as well, where you can have like basically what you see is how you can perceive certain things and not what they really are, because you're just creating images for what makes sense to you. um, as in the Bible, most people when they were seeing something on fire, they would see a burning bush or something,
Right.
but it could have been an angel. But they have to go from their point of view, from what
Right.
they know, because that's how
Right.
the mind operates. So as I went on, I starting to learn more about myself. Who am I? Who am I? And it grew into quite a bit, and to a point where I was trained very specifically in the quantum and how to start dismantling technologies
Mm,
from extraterrestrials that are placed,
mhm,
many different trackers, many different programs, a wide range of different technologies that have been placed by the lower vibrational party.
mhm,
And then also how to create protective mechanisms and different other quantum technologies in 2D and as well as the non-physical. And by 2D, I mean I draw, and then so from there, that kind of opened me up to really understanding who I am, and uh, we'll talk about a little bit more about that. But then moving into how I got to Romania, it was
mhm,
a fascinating story. My journey started in New York City, and then I went to California. From California, I went to Hawaii, and then I was in Hawaii for about a year and a half. And then all of a sudden, August 8th, many people know around the world what happened during that time with the fires in Maui.
yep.
So basically, in August 8th, there was not even a hint of an idea that I would have moved anytime soon. Even though Spirit actually did tell me a year and a half ago, actually, a specific month where I would be leaving the island. So there was a hint, but
Yeah.
never a Romanian hint. So so essentially, at a certain point, the energy was very destabilized after the fires, and
Mhm.
we didn't feel uh, as nourished and supported anymore in that environment. So we were told to leave before the end of August. So it was a very quick decision. Probably within 2 weeks, we were like, we had to choose basically where we are going to go. And my girlfriend and wife at the time now, Livia Devi, has roots in Romania.
Mhm.
And from there, I also tuned into my guidance, as
Yeah.
I'm not going to go somewhere that it's not going to serve me. But obviously, if I'm following with my wife's footsteps, it has uh, uh, more purpose than just flying up. Even though Hawaii was also a very just
Right.
walk off the cliff moment and just figure it out. But essentially, as we tuned in to what part of Romania now we're going to be in, we chose Brasov, and that's a probably the best choice I think we've ever made, just because it's such a pure frequency and it's such a direct connection to source and the
Mhm.
mountains and the beings that live on these mountains. And we spoke about the Great White Brotherhood, that was
Mhm.
very much made contact with, and then
Mhm.
many different other councils as far as the inner earth councils and different stuff. But that's basically the how I got there. So we'll get a little more in detail on those
Yeah.
facts.
So you were absolutely sent to Romania for this time and this season for an assignment for a reasoning. It's not just because your beautiful wife is
No,
Romanian.
nah. There's always like just like I was in Hawaii and I did a substantial amount of grid work on different parts, and in
Mhm.
California, as I remember, I was actually also working on in LA specifically on different grid points. It seems like everywhere I go is very not just mm, location based or geographical, but it is the geographical points are very much linked to every place I go. And Hawaii and Romania are actually very intrinsically linked, surprisingly enough, even though they're basically on the other side of the world.
Yes, yes. Now, Bruno, back to you for some questions. Now, as I've been talking about a little bit about things of Romania and your interviews, I'm getting a lot of questions. People that have read the Radu Cinema books, the Transylvania book series, that is uncovering some amazing findings that were found in Romania. I want to throw it back to you a little bit, and we have you guys, we have quite a few videos here that we want to share with you. But Bruno, why Romania? Why why are some of these incredible light workers like Nikolai and like so many others feeling the call and the pull to Romania? I know for people that have watched or read the Transylvania book series, you have asked me those questions. But Bruno, I want to throw it back at you. For people that don't know what in the world those are or what we're talking about, why Romania? Why?
Well, I'm a Romanian. If I say why, then the whole world would jump in my head. So,
Yes. So
uh,
let's,
you
apart
know
from
what?
you being a Romanian.
It's very easy. For example, look, you have lived Romania since you was young, right?
Yes.
And
Right.
now your heart and your DNA is so well connected to the energy of Romania. So
Mhm.
you are kind of attracted by the things that are going to happen, which will start from here, right?
Yes.
In the same time, Nikolai, uh, he also came to Romania through one of our friend, all of us, right? Sasha Stone, which is my
Mhm.
friend and partner in the company. So we all meet through Sasha Stone. So we are all three channels that have discovered who we are inside our these bodies, right?
Mhm.
And this is how we connect now more and more light workers in this land.
Mhm.
So Sasha, he says, you know what? I dream Romania. Who is there? Bruno. I want to go to Romania. Then he fall in love, and then he discover all the things that we are doing. You have this in your DNA. You receive the key of the DNA to encoding beautiful things for the country. And now, Nikolay, you cannot believe, if we're gonna tell the world what we have done in just 1 week ago, it will be boom, blow, and that will answer to your question. Why Romania? Well, why Romania? I'm not the only one that tell this, but there are Sundar Singh, there are a lot of prediction, Baba Vanga, and many others that they say this place is a very special place. We are not saying this. They are saying, big wise people from the ancient history, right?
Yes.
So
That were not Romanian. So
no,
let me
they
just
want
clarify.
they
Like
want to make,
Sundar Singh was not
yeah,
Romanian. He was
no,
an
no,
Indian.
no,
Yeah.
no, exactly.
Right.
So right now, I believe there is activated the whole forces in this land. Romania have 7 chakras energetically. The main tunnel is in Bucegi Mountains. In the Bucegi Mountains, the discovery which was discovered in 2003 by the satellite of the Pentagon and the American team that come here, and they see the holographic room and the whole history of mankind lying in the holographics,
Yes.
and they show the reality of everything. And then
The
it's
history of
start.
the history of humanity is just for you people, the ones that are watching, the incredible ones that have never heard of this. So it's the satellite of the Pentagon panned over as it does, and it panned over specifically over the Bucegi region in Romania, the mountains, which are part of the Carpathian Mountains, and they realized something very strange. So when boots on the ground were sent, I'm making a very short, is they discovered a holographic hall with holographic pictures and history of humanity. It's absolutely mind-boggling and fascinating. So this is what Bruno's talking about, and we're going to show a video where Bruno was on top of that mountain in Bucegi, where we are suspecting, or he's suspecting, that is the entrance. So Bruno, go ahead, back to you.
Yeah, so it's not only the discovery of mankind, it's discovery of the universe, the stars, the planets, the healing, the technology, that everything. So it says that a very ancient extraterrestrials base was created right here. This is why there are also discovered 3 tunnels, one which go to Egypt, one is go to Tibet, and one is go to Agartha, the inner world. And also it's connected with many other things, like for example, with the Maya and the Hawaiians, and Nikolay will tell much more about that, because he was very connected with the tribes in Hawaii. And lately, right now, I'm speaking with the right hand of the king of Hawaii, which he's also very interesting in Romania. Why all these royals are suddenly interested in Romania? One of my princes, which is a princess from the imperial family of China. So she's coming here so many times in Romania, and she loves Romania. She even have a message for the world. Why Romania? Sasha Stone also. And I think it is something that attract high spirits here. Besides of the most of the people that live in ignorance and live in the poison that it's served, what's happening today in the world, still a very, very powerful ancient souls, they come here in this land. And part of them, they recognize themselves. And when they recognize themselves, they do consciousness into action, which actually, I can say something quite funny, because first time I met Nikolay, he came to my office right here, and then I said, "Oh, have you been in Bucharest?" "No." "Let's go in Bucharest. Let's have a tour." And I drive him around, and then we stop to the Parliament House, which is the largest building in the world after Pentagon. And he never know how this house look. He never knew anything about. And he just finally he stops there and said, "You know what? There are tunnels here." "Oh yeah, there are tunnels." I confirm that he feel, there are big tunnels. The deep underground is 100-meter deep, more layers in the ground than up. So he felt the energy of this beautiful, this beautiful building. And then we go to the Arc of Triumph, and that was funny, because he felt a huge energy in the Arc of the Triumph. He said, "Stop the car right here! Stop the car right here!" "No, I can't stop the car. Let me park." "Okay, park and let's go." And he put me under the Arc of the Triumph, and he said, I see a portal here. Let's connect with your energy of your soul with this portal, so we can bring more goods into the city. And then he hold my hands and he makes something and he speak all this Pleiadian language, because the guy, it's extraordinary. This is how it's attracted each other. Probably our souls was connected for so many millions of years, and he has to come here for the mission. And then the day he get married, I was there as a witness. So I become his spiritual godfather. So this is why it's happening also with you, Corina. And you know how we meet each other. And I love that, most of the people there wake up and they see the beauty of our country, because we have mountains, we have sea, we have beautiful landscapes. The land, it's pure. The people still very, very nice and humble in the country. Besides the cities, but the life, it's still, like old time, good food, organic stuff. Forget about politics, forget about all these things that happen. Everybody knows it's not in our country, it's all over the world, but still, through us, into this beautiful mission, we can connect with as many people as possible. And
Yes.
now you are connected with Alex Collier, right? With Elena Danan, with Danny Anderson, such wonderful, beautiful goddesses,
Yes.
which all you have ancient spirit in you. So now you come home to serve humanity, because here will roll the snowball that will roll all over the world, and you will smash all the hidden truth that was hidden for so many millenniums, so long time.
Because so what you're doing, I want to almost make a bridge of connection here, because when we'll watch two videos, so you guys get ready, we'll put two videos on. So when we see, Bruno, what one of your companies, United Trecia, in English is, I can't translate it as United Trecia, in Romanian is Tracea Unita. So when you guys see the vision and what Bruno and his incredible team of visionaries and doctors and scientists and business partners have put into action, not will, pie in the sky kind of thing, that so many people say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, this, and the other." No, he's already put the ball is already rolling. Now you will see that it's going to begin in Romania, but it's going to spread. So Karen, let's put I don't know, should we go to the Bucegi, the top of the mountain, with those videos, or should we put first what Bruno does?
Let's put in the video of the mountain, because we have a question that's here in the chat, and we want to be able to have
From Sarah.
Bruno and Nikolay answer this question. So let's look at that.
Okay, so let's put the first. No, let's do, Karen, the second mountain video first.
Evidence
Yeah,
that here was people. Okay, so you can see this is not sand, this is actually real cement. This is probably somebody foot here, and this is also cement, sand. So I believe this is the entrance of the Bucegi Mountains to the holographic room. Ladies and gentlemen, amazing discovery of this amazing planet. So you have the cement here, you have this, so it's made like very easy, just put couple of stuff, bang bang bang, sand, water, little cement, seal. So here they seal, they put stones to look like natural, but actually this is the enter. And now they have also light and water. How amazing. How they want to steal our secret. But you know what? This is real stuff. This is reality where we are living now. This is explosion. This is light. This is power. This is God. So in this time of truth and light, well, everything is gonna pop up. Nothing can stand out of divine creative connections and creativity. God bless you.
Now put the first video, Karen. Thank you so much for doing all of this.
Imagine
What?
these pipes. This is electricity pipes and water pipes. Why you have this which go directly above the mountains? You see, exactly here is the chamber of the holographic, and probably this is going down. This is going down. So they put here this wall here to seal the entrance. So probably I'm sitting right now from just above the tunnel, and they put electricity, water, all these pipes. It's unbelievable, you know what? So now we know exactly, and all these these places that, you know what, they just measure the location, so you know exactly that we unveil the secret of humanity, ladies and gentlemen. This is an unbelievable discovery that this croc didn't want us to know about that. So the Sphinx of Romania here, which is butchered by the Nazi in the Second World War, and they cut out the face of this magnificent structure, which is a melting rock of billions of years, just in the top of the mountains. This is a plateau, huge one, that it is very deep down, okay, like 2,200 meters, and it's unbelievable. So what can I say? I'm sitting right now on the history of mankind. God bless humanity.
Thank you. So beautiful. Great
Wow,
job.
wow, 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 wow. Okay, so Karen, would you mind reading the question from Sarah? I think it's Sarah.
Sure.
Bruno, there's
Let's
a
put it
question
up.
here. Oh,
There we
perfect.
go.
Look at
Everybody
that,
can see it.
Karen. Feel so professional. Look at that. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, thank you all for what you're doing. Please, can you discuss the importance of connection to the, I don't know how to say that. There
And,
you go. Cave
it's
in regard to the
it's
underground
close there.
tunnels of Bugeji.
It is close there. It's a very beautiful cave, very very ancient and very old, and it says that also there it's another enter.
Mhm. Another entrance.
Yes.
Wow.
So there's a lot of entrances to a lot of spaces, to a lot of dimensions in that region. Correct?
Yes, and you know what? I would like that the whole humanity know that this is a very special holy place, and it is so well protected. And somebody they attempt to put some technology there, and they sent some military helicopters, and they was melted.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
light beings appear in the air and
Yep.
create like a huge wind tornado and earthquake and stuff like that, and boom,
Yeah.
melted.
And this is not what Bruno's talking about, you guys, is not just something that he pulled off of the internet. This is declassified military
Correct.
records.
Yeah,
Okay,
it,
that
it
I
can be found on the
particularly
internet. The colonel who was in charge for this stuff, what's happening, he just tell the truth, okay? Because this is normal. And also the giants, which they found in Romania, skeletons of 10, 15 meters giants, they're all inside the mountains, and they
Yep.
are much more inside the mountains, but actually is exactly what they was looking for, the pirates of the world, because it's a very ancient military technology which nobody can take it. Nobody can take it. Is not allowed anyone to enter to touch that one, but they found it after so many years, and they put other people to dig. They thought they was in Argentina, but they found it in our mountains. And also this is in the first time in the show. It's a huge, I mean a very huge spaceship above Romania, exactly above the Parliament House.
And they're the good ones. They're not the bad ones.
They're the good ones, and they sit there to observe. And if anything wrong happened to the country, they will come.
So you guys, what we're talking about here is not fairy tales. These are declassified military information that has been that has come to the surface, and so many things, because it's time for us to know who we really are and what truly lies inside of our very DNA. So Bruno, now I know we have a lot of people that well, let's just, Karen, I think let's just put the video with Bruno, with what he does, because I want to connect them, and then Nikolay, I want to bring you in on this as well regarding
Yeah.
everything that we've talked about.
Nikolai come like a beautiful puzzle with all
Yeah.
his experience and all his connections with the good ETs and information that is coming from the ether. And I think he will be perfect to create the legacy of the new generation of children that can be, psychic abilities, DNA, nutrition, and stuff like that. So back in time, we have this kind of school, but it was kept secret for the population.
Yes.
But I think we should train our children to extract the geniuses from their own spirit and soul. And I believe Nikolai, that was his mission, and this is why we are connected, and this is why we are getting together as brothers and souls, and also with you. And when you will come with Karen and your team in Romania, you together with us, you will feel much more. Than we can really document it in a film, and it will be very, very beautiful, interesting subject to do this together.
Yes, absolutely. So excited. Looking forward to that. Okay, so we're going to play a clip, you guys, now of, excuse me, some of the things that Bruno's involved in. We're not going to show you the whole clip because it's longer, but we've chosen parts of it so you can see it. Enjoy. This is what's coming. Wow.
All I can see is, well,
Oh my God.
we have done kind of the experiment in fashion. Remember when big artists, Versace, Dolce Gabbana, they do extra stuff. Okay, so you're never gonna see those in the shop, but I believe with all my heart that we can do this. Because I speak with scientists, and it's possible. I mean, for me, nothing is impossible. I don't have this word in the vocabulary. So we know that anti-gravity technology exists, and I know we can do any kind of homes that can float, for example, and light sea cities, undersea cities, and all these beautiful organic architecture. We're going to use 3D modelings with the house will be made out of hemp, and then we can put some bioluminescent based from the DNA. We have geneticians, and we can make a living house connect it with your energy, with your soul, and use plasma liquid and use everything. So everything, it will be connected. It will be a living organism home. So sky is the limit, you know. And Corina, we have done this without funds, very small money. And imagine what we can do if we
Yes.
have funds. And funds can be from anywhere. And right now, Nikolay have bring some funds. So I'm sorry, he took the money from New York, he took the money from Switzerland, and he brought it in Romania. Now we're gonna have money plenty.
So Nikolai, before before I take him back to you, Bruno, with some of the videos of actually technologies that have been created, that are, you know, launching, that are this being brought about. Nikolai, what is your part in all of this? Because I know you carry a huge it's not a small piece of the puzzle, it's a pretty big one. So what is your take and your involvement in the buchej, all that, the energies, and in the technology that is connected to spirituality?
Well, thank you. It's a beautiful question indeed. So essentially, my mission here, as has been unfolding, is to uh, open up specific grids and realign specific energies on different points of the world. I just recently, in the last 2 weeks, traveled to Switzerland, and I was specifically guided to work on the money system of that's been flowing through it. And there's, you know, the way I see it is, uh, you know, there's crystals removed, and it's kind of almost like a surgery on Earth to some degree, where you go and then there's very big pockets of energy that, similar to, like, for example, a USB stick you can plug into your computer. You find the USB sticks in the ports in the earth, and I'm literally, at no point do I know where they are until I'm just guided there like a GPS. Like, you know, it's never a specific, like, you're supposed to be in this spot. No, you just go to this area and just turn left and right until you're there. So, and from there, I've worked on many of the powerful energy spots on the planet, like Wall Street, Switzerland, and also tapping into the energies of Russia, as well as different parts of America. And then Hawaii was also, you can see it like a major antenna for the galactic civilizations.
Mhm.
So the grids there wanted to be, the powers that be wanted to disconnect them, to cut the connection off. But before leaving, there was the I was very much in sync with the ancestors of the land at that time, and we
Mhm.
were restructuring it. So it doesn't matter what 15-minute cities or anything that wanted to be created there. The ancestors were re-empowered and given back the connection to the land. Um, and so going into Romania, uh, there was very much, especially in the Brasov area,
Mhm.
the land was, in my perspective, asleep. Like, the even nature was basically asleep. And this also correlates to the Romanian people, but I'll get into that as well in a little bit. And essentially, there is an overarching curse in the land, but specifically, there is different points and times, uh, places of reactivating the Romanian land. And as
Mhm.
the Romanian land is activated, that also translates into the DNA of the people. So it's kind of like a reinsertion of um, an activation pulse,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
once the land is fully activated, the people will just start feeling different, because the Romanian people have this very specific genetic code that, once they say something, once they feel something, they're very connected to source. It's like a
Mhm.
source seed. And once that is awakened fully, it's essentially any decisions they make when they say no to something, you know. And the Romanian government is great at creating those situations where people say no to, they'll just literally shift things on a turn of a dime. And, you know, just be like, okay, will you accept this now? Like, no, we're not going to accept that now. And once the Romanian people really get into that understanding of, hey, like, I feel the power inside me. I feel this source speaking through me, and I'm not putting up with it. It's not just going to shift Romania's policies or Romania's deal, but it's going to have a ripple effect throughout the world, just because, um, as you were saying before, we are the creators of reality. So once we start creating, and when you specifically when you have a very specific code that is, it's almost like a laser beam that everyone in the world has the power of source. But when you have that laser beam, that basically cuts through just about any darkness, any shadow, anything that the hundreds or so people that are believing they're in charge,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's basically when, okay, well, we got nothing here. And for a long time they're very known they had nothing, but the slowing down process is basically all that is left to do. And the slowing down process is also going to be next to moot very, very, very soon. And I believe that's my main purpose with bringing specific projects like Bruno's project. I was brought into his awareness to almost be like a consultant and uh, and operate the energies of the business, because everything is energy. And once you understand energy, you don't need the physical logistics of understanding business law or practice. There's people that'll understand that. But once the energy flows, once certain money grids are connected, once certain opportunities are attached, then opportunities and frequencies align, because everything in this reality is all about alignment. There's no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as, miracles. It's just, is your frequency matching with what would you want? And if it is, it comes to you. It's just universal law. It's not nothing fancy, nothing more complicated than that. It's just, let's say, just mathematically speaking, you need 782. You have to match 782 to, and then you get what that 700. But if you're at 781, it's not working. So that's basically everything you want, from making extra money to the health you want. Everything you want is just find the alignment of what you want and become that, and then you receive what you are. There is no seeking of anything. So that's in a small glimpse my role, and that's a fairly evolving. Um, and as the future looks, I'm very much uh, in the field of helping the leaders of this world, and the royal families, also start anchoring different light codes, because in 2024 is a powerful shift that's going to happen, where it's already happening, where
Mm-hmm.
basically anybody in their mind at this point, any kind of mental distortions will be met with confusion, resistance, and a lot of frustration. Where when the heart centricity angle was going to be met with effortless abundance, alignments, perfect synchronicities in different connections. Basically, everything is going to flow to the heart centered people, and everything is going to be really like pushing back on the very mental controlling. And even
Mm-hmm.
if you're not meaning to be, any kind of cabal related situation, you still, um, many of my videos, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I'm posting, it's all about just giving you specific tools of how to bring you back to the heart, because once you're there, everything aligns for you. It's the key to this
Yes.
year moving forward. It is the key to everything that you want in life, and it's the key to connect your mission. It's the key to everything. So once you're in that flow, nothing can stop you. And you have, doesn't matter how your past looked, if you made a million mistakes, if you did this, if you did, that's absolutely
Mm-hmm.
irrelevant. In this moment right now, you can choose to be in your heart. You can choose to feel what needs to be felt, and you can choose to let go of what needs to be let go, so you
Yes.
can create what needs to be created.
That's
So,
so good. So good. And I love what you're saying, because I've been saying this, and even in one of my books, Into Hidden Dimensions and Beyond, I speak very clearly on the power of the heart
mhm,
and love. The heart is a reservoir of creation.
yes.
And that's what we need to, that's all of us, we need to get that we create out of our heart, not out of fear, not out of lack, not out of our past. We are to create out of our heart, because love is the energy that creates, and so is fear. So it just depends what energy we engage with and the place that we engage with that energy from. So that's brilliant, Nikolai, that you're saying that, because for so many years, for Christians, we have been taught, and there's even scripture that says that every part, I'm paraphrasing, every part of you is evil, but oh, the heart, it's the darkest. And don't trust your heart. And that, when you
Mm,
awaken, you're realizing what a evil, I'm going to say demonic, lower frequency tool that they have used to dumb people down and put fear in them not to trust their heart,
exactly.
because the heart is the reservoir of creation, like you're saying. When we align our heart, then, like Bruno was saying, easy. But imagine if you have been brainwashed through religion that has told you, don't trust anything, but on top of it all, your heart, don't dare trust your heart, because it's the most evil. So this is what, you guys, this is what Nikolai is saying. Basically, it's trust your heart and engage out of your heart to create and align that frequency to what you desire. That's brilliant, Nikolai, brilliant.
And the one point I also want to measure in that is humans, the structure of humanity, how humans are built, were made to be basically pure beings with the decision to of free will. So that means they can act as they see fit in that moment. And what happened with humanity is, uh, at no point do I believe humanity is evil or dark in any capacity. There is no being born a certain way. It's just everything is how you're programmed, essentially.
Mhm.
And it could be programmed from basically conception all the way to, many, many people have been that way. But essentially, we're blank slates, pure connections to source. And the only thing that stands in our way is just there's extraterrestrial beings that are not in they just don't want humanity to step into that power, because it's not just Earth. It's so far more beyond Earth. It's every different dimensions, different planets, different
Yeah.
civilizations out there are consciously focusing on us, because we are also the key to many of their evolutions, and it's because we're
Yes.
so all interconnected. So
Yes.
that's why right now it's impossible essentially for Earth to fall susceptibility to any kind of doomsday or destruction, just because we're that would send way too much damage and way too much ripples to not just us, because we're just a small fraction of what it is, of everything, but we're also that fraction is the core of the expansion of universe. And that's why Earth has been so bombarded with many different uh, minings of different minerals to
Yes.
different basically control systems of this beautiful blueprint that the human is. So we all came as souls to fully experience this remarkable machinery,
Yes.
or you can say biological brilliance, that essentially is we can essentially, within 1,000 years, we can catch up with most, well, 1,000 linear years, we can catch up with just about most civilizations that may have took
Mhm.
millions of years, because we're
Yeah.
humans are designed to rapidly evolve,
Yeah.
rapidly upgrade, and all they need is just pure environment, pure water, pure food, pure atmosphere, and then we can extend our life into centuries. But right now, we're just being poisoned to such a degree that it's still a miracle that our systems are able to process and still
Yeah.
function at a
Yeah.
fairly decent rate. Yes, that there's limitations, but that the only limitations are really up here.
Yeah. That's so
Um,
true.
so once we get rid of that mental poison, all that stuff, and the Romanian people really start waking up, and with they're not alone. It's
Yeah.
not just that's going to happen for them effortlessly. So don't feel like you have to do anything really to that. Just stay in your heart, follow
Yeah.
that excitement, um, you know follow all the tools that I share, if you choose to follow me, and that's just going to help you. But don't believe you need to do anything, because just existing who you are is so much enough that you can't even comprehend.
Hmm.
So that's the good news.
Yeah. That's such good news. And now, Bruno, because I'm seeing a question here from Sarah. I was thinking of asking you, this piggybacking on something that Nikolay said, giving it to you and then going to this question. So Nikolay mentioned the ancestors. So Bruno, back to you. The ancestors of Romania, because Romania now is in the spotlight per se, because of the discoveries in Romania, people still don't understand much. And I know it's a huge lesson, and we may not have time to get into the history of the ancestors of the Romanians, but even the name of your company, Tracia United. So, and how does that tie into Zarmosis? And then there you go. There's the question from Sarah. If it's appropriate to ask, are the a
Solomon.
connection? So okay, so all of this. So Bruno, back to you. The ancestors of the Romanians and Zarmosis, and then let's try to answer her question. I know it's a lot.
Yeah, I know. If I start talk about Zamolxe, then all the religion people will shut me. I don't want to, I don't want to do this right now.
So a
Because
glimpse. Let's not give it all. Just he was a real character, a real person, historical person, not
well,
somebody fabricated.
I'm telling you something else. Let's
Tell me.
make it this way. Uh, in Vatican, at the around 47 in the library, the secret library, it's like a Bible. It's called the Getodatian Holy Bible, which it's all the ancient writings there and all books of Enoch and all extraterrestrial and everything. You know, everything what they found in the holographic room, it is in that book. So once we have that book back, everybody will know who is Amorxes, who is these ancient people, who is the country, and what is the secrets of the mankind in that book. They are all piece by piece. And Nikolai, he see how he's the coding, he reads the codes in that book. So
Mhm.
according to a very ancient soul that is coming here to give some informations, Zamorses is from Enki, from the pair of the light gods that come to these lands and they create human species. There was more light gods families, females and males, they come here. There was bad gods that create other entities, and this is the whole history which go back thousands of hundreds of thousands of years. Samorse is actually is the protector of this land, is one of the holy spiritual guide.
Mhm.
I can't say more than that who it is in reality, because then
Right.
the Bible people will come and say, no, 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 it's not true. You don't know, but you don't know. How do you know what Jesus have done 18 years?
Right.
How do you know
The
where
biggest.
he have been? Do you know where we have been? But I have another stuff. All the Jesus apprentice have Romanian names. Andrei, Petre, all these Maria, all their Romanian names.
Well, now.
So why? You
Well,
know,
now. Now, Bruno, I love the questions. The question that Brad M asked, well, a statement, not a question. And I want to throw it at you and even Nikolai, if you have some insight on that as well. I believe there's a connection between ancient Romanians and the continent of Atlantis.
very smart guy. It is true, because the Black Sea was a lake. It was a big one, and it was much more in the middle of the country, many millions of years probably. Yes, it is a connection between Atlantis, and it says that yes, the ancient people of this land, it's coming from that people in the past.
Yes,
And the
interesting.
Solomonari are the highest priest for this country. They are protector of the country.
Okay. So, do we remember what Sarah's question was? Something about the Solomonari, about the different dimensions. Let's see. It appears to ask. Okay, there you go. Between connections between realms. Do you know? Can you answer that, Bruno?
There are connections. Yes, I told you these are the highest entities which are connected with the highest energy of the land. They
Mm-hmm.
are protector of the land.
Now, Nikolai, back to you with the question, with the statement regarding if you can add anything regarding the ancient Romanians and a connection between that and the Atlanteans.
So what I know about Atlantis specifically, it's there's definitely the Atlas Mountains, right? It's in Africa. I forgot which country it was specifically in, but they're literally right on the border of the water. It's between like closer to Egypt, but you can see on Google if you look right on the very tip of Africa, the Atlas Mountains are, and essentially that's one. Basically, Atlantis was this massive um, uh, chunk of land with
Yeah.
different waters flowing through it. But essentially, yeah, it encompassed all of Europe. It encompassed most of the Atlantic Ocean, and it went far into Africa and then far west. So it was quite the yeah. Libya is probably or just
Mm-hmm.
North
whatever.
Africa, North Africa.
Yeah, North Africa, basically. Um, so it was a massive uh, civilization, and that was actually the last time we were in the golden age as civilization. So now we're actually since January 15th, we have shifted
Mm-hmm.
back into the golden age for another 20 something, 2000
26,
plus something years.
26,000,
Um,
26,000.
26,000 years. So I'm not specifically sure about the ancient Romanian connections, but
Mm-hmm.
you can imagine if it encompassed just about all of Europe and most of Russia and half, if not more, of Africa. It there was very influential on the
Mm-hmm.
people of that land. And then, coming back into ancient Egypt, it's also very close connections. Um,
Yes. Um,
Especially with the Bucetti Mountains. And there's the interconnections of those tunnels are gigantic, by the way. There's not just a small, like, just in Romania. These have connections to across the world. Like, this is basically inner Earth, essentially, which is a whole different topic. And,
yeah.
it's gigantic. It's basically the size of the planet.
Yeah, it's quite amazing because what we have been taught in school and in science about the earth, what's inside the earth, it's a joke compared to the reality of what really is inside the different realms and the different yeah,
Yeah.
it's remarkable. It's remarkable. So yes, Karen, go ahead.
Yeah, we have some questions coming up, so I'm going to put them up. Here's one from Sasha. Uh, he says, "Guys, I hear what he's saying, but looking at human timeline, does this ascension ever really happen?"
Well, it's now, like we
It's
were
up
saying
to you.
before. Yeah.
It's up to you.
As right now we're being poured with so much light and so many
Yeah.
things that what took lifetimes to go through different karmic patterns and different whatever you needed to do to clear your vessel to get to higher levels with connection to source, all of that is happening now, if you like it or not. The people that are not awakened or conscious to this fact right now, they're also shown with love and compassion. At the same time, they're also creating they're serving in a way of creating the contrast to the people that are awakened. They're allowing them to see the contrast. So everyone's playing a massive role in this. So
Mhm.
regardless if you're awakened, there is no judgment to that. But there
Mhm.
is a massive shift in consciousness. And I believe there's a metric where there's a Christ consciousness and a Buddha consciousness. The Christ consciousness is the heart centricity, and the Buddha consciousness is when our minds are zero pointed into zero field. I mean the 0 point field. So
Mhm.
the heart mind connection. So right now
Mhm.
we've already hit the 55% threshold for the Christ consciousness. So everyone raised enough people have raised to that. Now we're getting very close to the enough people to clear their minds and to allow that heart to flow effortlessly, because the heart will do what the heart does, but the mind is also great at blocking with the programs, with the conditions, with the beliefs. And really all the mind is meant to do is meant to be a tool to receive frequency and just process information in the physical realm. It's nothing. He's not a master key. He's not some master creator. That's all the heart. The mind is just a beautiful tool that your heart sends out a frequency, and that gives you a possibility of things to receive. So if you're in gratitude and your appreciation, you're going to pick up all of those ideas and all those things, all those amazing inventions, whatever wants to come through to you, whatever you're aligned to. That's what the mind's going to receive. It's going to process information, and then it's going to materialize it into the physical realm. But it's so that's the ascension right now. It's up to you, essentially, like Bruno was saying. If you want to choose to go into a fifth dimensional way of being, it's up to you right now. And your soul has already chosen this path as well. So you can resist that. If your soul has chosen it and you resist it, yeah, you're gonna suffer until you figure it out. And if you really surrender to it, man, life is good.
Yes, yes.
It's what you give energy.
Yeah.
So if you give energy to bad news, that you create a reality of the bad news like most of other people. But if you're focusing your mind into beauty and creation, because you know what, this is why all these reptilians hate us and they want to destroy. They have no imagination. They have no creativity. You know what? You just close your eyes and you can be anywhere. You can see any beauty imaginable. So
Mm-hmm.
if you train your mind and your heart into the gratitude, and your mind trained to see beauty and create, design, see pictures, see beautiful smile, kids, wherever you want, you're gonna create that kind of reality. And if
Yeah.
you are gathering more with people like us, which we are trained to create beauty, you know, we can materialize much faster a new reality for what humanity must live in.
Yes, yes. Now, let me throw this back at you, and then Bruno, and then Nick, just to have your input and insight into it. Now, the a lot of spiritual leaders, I'm going to put it that way, um, are realizing that Romania is a key for the
You,
world
you
in
are
this
the
moment in time. I'm a little one. In this moment in time. So, Bruno, why do you feel, or what do you know, that what's the reasoning for Romania being a key for the world? I'm going to kind of bring that question in.
Well, I heard that Romanian language is spoken 100 by 100 million people in so many places around the world. Uh, the land is the door between East and West.
Hmm.
We have a beautiful environment that connect the whole Europe with the whole world. We, as an ancestor people, which host most of the civilization that spread around the world from here, and all the story in the Vedic story in India and in Maya. They even in Egypt. In Egypt, actually, most of the gold was brought from here, from the pharaohs. So there are a lot of things that has been hidden from us. So we are a very peaceful people, and we never try to conquer anyone. We defend ourselves, and we have been still by all of them. And I think you know, the DNA of the Romanian people. It can be, you know, like a light that can spread all over the world, because there are so many inventors, innovations, artists, very smart people. Most of the smartest people, I mean, in many corporations in America, they come from this land. I think we should change the name, because the name Romania is not the real name. We're not
Hmm.
Romanians. We're Geto Pleasco Thracian Dacians, Atlanteans. So I think
Can you
most
say
of
that again? Say that again. The Romanian, the name is not correct because we're not
no, no,
Romanian. Say it
no.
again.
Romania, it's given this name not long time ago. So they try to portray as has been conquered by the Romans, and it is not true, because the Roman Trajan Emperor, he conquered only 15%, and when he sent his mercenary tribes to conquer Romania, we were speaking Latin already. And they are evidenced by the top people in Vatican, which admit finally that the Latin language was coming from here, not vice versa. And
So Latin came from Romania, not Romanians are
yes,
speaking
absolutely,
Latin.
because in our etymology you can find living words
Yes, right.
we cannot find in any language, and we are able to speak in any kind of phonetics. Sh, t, t, g, r, m, d, b, z. Not many people they can speak that, because they
Yes.
don't use living language. So for us, it's easy to understand any kind of language, because Romanian language is a code. It's an angelic language. And even when I show Nikolay the Jeto-Dacian Bible, is not written in letters. It's written in codes, which you understanding with your heart.
Yeah.
So
So
we are
that
Jeto-Dacians, Pleasgo, Thracians, Dacians. You understand? So we are not, because it was more tribes. These tribes, for example, Germans, Hermann. Hermann, German. It's mean brother. Okay, so the North people was from here, the German was from here, Spanish was from here, Italian was from here, North African was from here. But in time they changed color of the skin because of the environment right there. But we brought the knowledge to the whole world, because 25,000 years ago, when was the ice age, here was the only land which flourished, and they food, and there was green and grass, because we was covered by the mountains. And many civilizations, they come here, learn spirituality, learn handcraft, gold, everything, and then after the ice age melt, they spread all over the world with the knowledge. The Mayans, the Vedics, the Indians, even in Asia, Chinese, Japanese, everywhere,
and
Africa.
Bruno, this is truth. So what you're saying, it's
Well,
historical truth.
it's a historical hidden truth.
Yes.
But we will make it a movie. Maybe we can invite Mel Gibson to join us to make a movie. Why not? It's
Yes,
you
why
always
not?
been your dream, always is my dream, and I'm just one call away from him.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, here's a
Nikolay,
question for Bruno.
yes. Go ahead.
Question for you, Bruno. What does he know about the crystal under the
Ceausescu's house.
house of the people?
This guy, it's a very nice guy. I know him personal. I can't tell you much more, but Nikolay can tell you, because we do something to activate that crystal. Yes, it is a crystal, very powerful crystal, and many people, they try to grab that crystal, and that crystal is activating a huge energy connected with the Alcoro vegan spaceship, which is above our city. So activating this crystal with that spaceship, it will generate a huge wave of awareness to the whole Romanian people and to the whole world. And luckily, 3 beautiful, magnificent souls, they have done it, the activation. I can't tell you who they are, but I know I've been there when they did it.
Yeah, this is wow. This is so powerful. Are you guys enjoying this? We're getting views from all over Brazil, obviously Romania, Australia. I saw some, Virginia, in your neck of the woods, Karen. So this is really. I thought I saw Spain, or maybe it's just
You did.
Many Romanians too.
yeah, many Romanians. So we welcome you again. For those of you that just popped on, you're watching our lives. Yes, my glasses are broken. Gotta love these live shows. It just fell down.
You
So
are beautiful anyway, with glass,
like,
without glass. Don't worry
so
about
it's
it.
not
She
my
can't
eyeballs
see.
are not crooked. It's the glasses. You gotta sometimes put these disclaimers because you get some crazy people
Hey,
commenting some
Corina,
crazy stuff.
for the
Yeah,
people who are maybe have first time listening to Bruno and Nikolai here,
yeah,
can you talk about those books, Radu, so,
yes,
books where
yes.
people can get those?
So it's the books are called the Transylvania book series. And Bruno, if you know additional information, pop in. Nikolai, if you know additional information. And they are fascinating books. I think there's 7 of them. I think Radu is working on an 8th one. Now that's not his real name. That's another name.
Radu Cinemar.
Yeah,
Most
Radu
of the
Cinemar.
people to don't make mistake with Radu from Nashu TV or something.
No, no, no.
Radu,
Radu Chinamar. So he's the one that wrote these books, and it's based. The first book is based on Caesar, a character named Caesar. That's not his real name, and the discoveries that were made, like we said at the beginning, in the Buchej Mountains by the satellite, the Pentagon satellite, during Bush Senior's presidency, and then extending into, you know, biting my tongue, his son. So and it goes on from there, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. They are they're documenting historical facts, declassified military, um uh, uh, military, I don't know what would you call it, information that was hidden. So they're very, very, very powerful. Bruno, to you. Nikolai, to you. Do you want to add anything else to that, that you can add publicly?
about this,
Yes.
yes, we
People.
just talked. You just showed the video. It's true. You know what? We have even some issues here with some authorities that they find a television saying that we give you permission to go inside and show the evidence. You know, why you are not proving that we are wrong? Why we have to, you seal the enters and you want us to go there? How? Tell to the people who seal to unseal, and then we can go. you know some people cannot go, because you are not allowed to go there. You have
Yeah,
to
and
be very pure soul to go
yes,
there.
because the frequency, if your frequency does not match, it will
Yes.
kill you. I mean, that's just a matter of
Yeah.
Yeah.
fact. So it's not like I'm gonna go and find the treasure. No, you'll be fried chicken.
No.
I
Yes,
mean, you can't
Yeah.
exactly.
do that.
Everything has to be very much frequency aligned, and that's where the people that are operating right now, they can't, however you want to call them, there has to be a hard connection and a frequency alignment to enter specific places, because um, the one term that's also very much required is an embodiment of knowing that we are one.
Yes.
And there, because there's many civilizations there, and they're fairly smart, and they know what they're doing. They're very high level technologies, and they don't want to mess around with most of humans, just because of the consciousness level. Nothing else. It's essentially, it's just like we would see animals right now.
Yeah.
They see us essentially as just survival mechanisms, just like we see a horse or a cow
Yeah.
or a sheep doing whatever they're doing. Um, and that's the fact of it. And there's a frequency alignment that has to come in before an invitation can be given. And an invitation is right now basically an extremely sacred thing, that you don't have to be special, but you definitely have to be aligned.
Yes.
Um, and that's more of a warning than really anything else to everybody. And it's probably best for those places to be sealed off, because a lot of people like to do a lot of things, and humans are humans.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. So thank you so much. Let's see. Hold on a second. Sarah H put the information. You can get the books in English. I even found them on Amazon. Um, and in the Romanian language, Bruno, I have no idea. Somewhere in Romania, in the libraries of Romania, I'm not really sure. So you'll have to research that, but they are available. Now Edward asked the question, Karina and Bruno, can you talk to the big, oh, um, yes.
Who's
Well,
big deal?
Bruno, back at you.
I think that comes back to the very
Edward.
same, this very same thing I just mentioned. Right now, it's better for it to be closed off.
Yeah,
And the information will come to the people that are, sanctioned essentially to get into that location.
we
Yeah.
don't need to talk with anyone. We only need to talk with somebody at the Vatican to give us the book, and then everything is clear.
How
And
close is that, Bruno? How close is that? Because I know people are gonna send me a lot of questions. The say it
well,
again. What
you
book
know
is
what?
it? It's the Dachshund.
If they give that holy book, all religion fall down. They don't want to give,
And what is the book?
but
What is the book
eventually they
again?
will give it. They will give. They have
What
to.
is say the book again? Because people are asking.
It's
It's the
the Jetodation holy book.
Ghetto Dacian Holy Book.
Yeah,
Okay, and it's in the Vatican.
at the rand 47 in the secret library of Vatican. So we know where it is. And you know what? Some people might have a copy.
I was getting ready to say, I don't know if you can find that on
Who
Amazon.
knows? Maybe the one who wrote it. So it says, by the end of time,
Yes,
not in a wrong way, apocalypse and this, in end
yes,
of them time,
yeah,
even the stones will speak.
yes,
So lately, I saw a very beautiful video collage with so many giant stones in different shapes, mountains in a shape of a woman, big faces, big gorillas, big elephants, all petrified
yes,
stones. I mean, it was giant, real giant animals and humans, which was petrified, and the ancient tree, which was miles away, that was the connection to the communication with the cosmos, to receive the etheric energy to create everything living beings on the planet. And they cut it with a laser. So,
yeah,
gonna
and
go,
again,
gonna back there.
and Romania is known as the land of the giants.
Yes.
And you guys, I do want to tell you because I know in Christendom we've been taught that the giants mean evil. There, just like with humanity, there are good, there are bad. We all have choices, and depending on what choice you make is what energy and frequency you're going to engage and what energy and frequency you're going to release. The same thing with the giants. So I know that there are some very, very amazing good giants, protectors of the land and of the treasures in that land, that are ready to be unfolded and revealed to humanity at the right time, so they
Yes.
will not be stolen. Correct?
Yes. There was giants as trolls, which they was putting to work in mines, you know, and there was wise giants. I mean, like very tall humans, very wise, which they live underground.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
it was all a genetic laboratory program by the extraterrestrials. We are, you know what? We was genetically created.
Yes. Wow, and that can open up a whole different
Mhm.
discussion. And
Hey,
do you
picture.
guys,
Bruno has pictures on his Facebook of these. I mean, some of them's heads are bigger than refrigerators, way
yeah,
bigger. So, so go
yes,
on his Facebook and check it out because he has pictures posted.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I saw a video, it's in Romanian, Bruno, and I think it was on yours or somebody else's, where they literally, there was a guy with a huge stick measuring in, it was petrified in the mountain, measuring the head of the giant, the shoulder blade, the hand. I mean, it was ginormous. I want to say 50 feet, 60 feet. It was not your, shorter giant. It was the huge one. So you guys, the truth is there. It's being revealed. And I know we're gonna have, how many of you guys would love for us to have these guys back? Put hearts. I don't know if you can do hearts, claps. I don't know. I don't know. Just do a little emoji or something, because we will have them back. But before I end, we still have two more videos that I want to show you guys, because I was asking you, Bruno, about the key. Why is Romania key to the world? And obviously, we see people like Nikolay being sent to Romania. People like Sasha went there, and so many incredible light workers. And that's a small little statement right there, because there's so much more than that. But we see now that there is doctors from Romania, scientists, inventors that are bringing the answers. We know Sasha is connected with that. You are able to help connect with that now. And also, so Bruno, talk about that, because we have two videos here from you.
That's
One, so
fantastic.
go
We
talk about that.
Yeah, we have one of the most special, beautiful soul I ever encountered in the name of Dr. Anca Nicolescu, which she used to work with Dr. Luc Montagnier, which was the Nobel Prize winner in virology. And she is absolutely a blessing for humanity because she was working so hard uh, doing technology through the immunoglobulin technology, and she create a spike protein and E. coli protein capsules, which help the people who get the shot, uh, and also to boost your immune system. And actually, they are selling in United States through Sasha Stone Pharmaculture website, and then we're going to have also in Romania and spread all over the world. And then we have a lot of other amazing treatment, cancer treatments, which right now we are curing a girl, which she's coming in Romania to taking care of her. And after 15 sessions, she's feeling absolutely incredible. Even my mom was healed by her special creams and closed the wound in three sessions after seconds of surgery and months in the hospital trying to heal the wound. So this lady, it's like a goddess for humanity, and she's just dedicated to give and share. She's a beautiful soul, and I love her dearly.
So Bruno, talk to us about this discovery here. It's a long video. I think it's 9 minutes. We're not going to show you the 9 minutes, but it's with water. And so do you know what I'm talking about, Bruno?
Which one?
The one with the water, the
It
generator.
says generator.
Put it.
It's a generator.
So yeah, so put the generator and let's see
Everybody, this
how
is
long.
Bruno
Here we go.
Mihailescu from Tracia Unita. We have here an amazing inventor, Mr. Greg. So, guess what? We put up together a hydrogen generator. Okay, so we plug him here at 2020. Okay, and we're gonna start this. So this generator will produce, estimated for an engine for 10 kilowatts. It can be used for solar power panels. You can put a solar panel and you don't need to. You have free energy home. So let's go. Let's play Mr. Gigi. And then we have a security system, this is fantastic, because in any case of failure, this generator will stop instantly. Let's start. So now everything is working. As you can see, it's made very, very beautifully. Okay, and this is the security device. So in case of failure, any kind of earthquake, stuff like that, he will stop. You see? Bang. Stop. So yeah, and then it will start again. Look at that. So what we have, we can use this for vehicles, combustion engines. Okay, then you have diesel car, you have gas car, airplane, wherever you want, trucks. So all the size, it's matter this device here. So if we make this bigger, it's much bigger engines is gonna operate it. So we have a prototype here, which is work perfectly. It's very beautiful. We can organize to have a beautiful case, and we have a beautiful protection system. It's ready to build. We can put this into the factory, and we can customize for each client. So we can use a larger one for a production line. We can use for vehicles. We can use for cars. You can use for solar sites.
Cel mai important pentru backup.
And this is very important for the backup for the solar panels sites, right? Because they do estimation, and when it's bad weather, because of the solar panels doesn't work in the bad weather, so it's gonna lose power. So we put this generator and we
Un
have
generator de pe motorină de curent.
Yeah.
De 5-10 kW.
5-10 kilowatts generator diesel.
Ăsta poate înlocui, reduce consumul de combustibil.
It's gonna reduce the consumption
Enorm.
of the fuel up to 90%. 90%?
Wow.
80%?
80, dă un 80.
Say 80%. Okay? So we can use this for the cars, for everything. Trucks, I name it. Good. Romania hit again. 2024. Beautiful, beautiful prototype device. This is have different gears here, so it's speed up. It can be customized. We can create a case with the logo and the brand. And then we have another baby here, which is a magnetic motor, 5 kilowatts, which is in process of implementation. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Romania here for you. Change the world, make free energy for everybody.
Yes. That's so awesome.
We like to make fun doing good things.
Sure. Joking, doing good things, yes.
For me, this device is kind of out of date. Because right now, to be honest, we're gonna have the magnetic motor, which is fully perpetuum. So it's gonna run 5 years. It just stop for half an hour, change the magnets, and run again 5 years. And who knows, in 10 years, who knows what technology is gonna come.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's good for cut the fuel consumption. So instead of, let's say, 2 liters per hour, you use 200 grams per hour.
That's good.
So,
That's very good.
yeah.
Now,
So
Bruno, you sent me another video this morning, and I want to play that. I see a comment here, which I agree with. Let's hope that all these technologies are affordable for all humanity. I agree.
that's very affordable. Like I say, we're gonna have a platform, and then you can use to pay with creativity, with services, with money, with everything, even tomatoes.
Yeah.
If you have a greenhouse.
Okay, so we're going to play this next video.
And all these American light workers, I'm here at the shop with our friend and partner, Mr. Greg, the scientist. You have no idea what miracles are here in our country. Guess what? We have a very, very nice CO3 device with ozone and magnetic and UV lamp, and this you're gonna put in the wound, and we're gonna cure some nice people here because we can do things that others can't. So I'm very happy to tell you about our friend and brother here. Look at this guy. You know what? I'm 55 and he is 56. Can you imagine this? No, 156. 72, right?
70.
70. Oh my God. Look, 70 years old. If you drink good, if you eat good, and make love, right?
Yeah.
Make love, it's everything. So, nice surprise for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Greek shop, and we are putting some amazing technology, the magnetic motor, which is about to start right now, this week, I mean, and the hydrogen machine for the kit, which we're gonna do for the life support system. And here in Romania, we are a little geniuses that we want to share the beauty of our heart to the whole mankind. God bless you, Corina. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I give this to Dr. Anka as a gift that she can treat her patients, because it's special made with ozone into the water, and we know that ozone into the water have amazing curing properties, and it's so cheap, to build such a devices. So I think everybody should have one home.
Yes. To where, it can be affordable for everybody to use it. And next time we meet, I also want to talk again, even in more detail about the med beds, because I know you're involved with it, but there's a confusion because you have the med beds that are made by by scientists here, and the price is very expensive. And then we have the technology that does not come from here necessarily, right? So we're gonna.
Well, it is a team of scientists that I'm working with, and they don't sell; they franchise. So it's like $50,000 for the franchise for one bed. So
Mhm.
you need to take at least five to 150,000, and you operate it between $80 and $200 per session. But because they are very powerful, in 2, 3 sessions, you can cure mostly any kind of disease, because this is a quantum laser medbed technology which go to delete uh, the information into the disease in your body. So this is at the beginning, because of course they need to have funds in order to build a factory to make it less expensive.
Mhm.
But the military medbed technology, we're waiting for the alliance to give us for free.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yes. So there is that technology. It's the military. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Say it again.
the military technology, it's the similar medbed which you see in the movies. Okay, so it's a combination with the extraterrestrial technology, but that is the ultimate medbed technology. And we know that the military alliance, they have it already, and it will be released to the public very soon. Once they release, we will be legit to have healing centers all over the world. And in Romania, will be 4 centers. So we're going to choose carefully beautiful 4 locations in Romania, and we can invite everybody else, but it will be exposed at certain time where exactly in which countries will be these healing centers. The healing centers will be totally free, and most of the people with big problems, they will be first that they have to be treated. But anyway, it's working in the resonance with the high vibration, so you need to be conscious about this kind of technology. If
Mhm.
you go to have bad habits and drink and smoke, and
Mhm.
it is not gonna work. So you need to have a little training education to participate in the program.
Yes. Well, I know we've been on, I think this is the longest live we've ever done. I mean, this is so good. But before we leave, um, we will have them back. I know people want to hear more, but Karen, let me know if I'm missing any questions. Um, Nick, let's take it back to you. What do you want to leave the viewers with? If you were to, kind of last minute thoughts, or what would you like to leave all these viewers with for today?
My greatest message of all is, like I said before, is just anytime you feel any kind of confusion or stress or anything that's just not working out for you, just allow yourself to bring yourself back into the heart. And really, that's the biggest tool for anybody. Like, it's super simple. There's many different techniques I speak about in very short 90-second videos, and I keep making those, in service to humanity. And it's just right now we're in a time where everything is rapidly progressing. Everything is if there was, for example, marriages that people were together with for 20 years and like, hey man, this is not working, but we're going to push through it. Now it's like 6 months. And if things aren't working, you either go separate ways or you figure it out. So it's like everything is, the universe is basically saying, hey, if it's not working, it's not gonna, find a way it works, or find somebody else to work it with, essentially. And this is not pertaining to relationships, but this is with everything. It's, so by you staying in your heart, by you being present in this moment, because there really is no present, there is no future, it's just now. And we can always create from this moment. So let's start becoming conscious creators, meaning we are choosing our thoughts, we are filtering the ones that don't serve us, and we are we're feeding energy from our hearts into those thoughts of positivity, of what you want to see in the world, the med beds, the
Mhm, mhm.
every technology, everywhere you want to live, you're basically your dream life. Keep thinking about it, keep pouring energy into it. And anything that comes and says, oh, that's not realistic, oh, that's not this, just cut it out. It's because you can keep dreaming, you can keep doing all these things, but you have underlying thoughts, you're
Yeah.
basically putting a dam there. So don't dam yourself essentially from the dreams and realities that you want to live. And from your personal life, you can also you recreate the collective life. So the more
Yes.
we stay in our hearts, the more we really are focused on every single moment and being present in now. And that doesn't mean like you at this point, if you think about something even for an hour, even for 2 hours, that's already enough time to create a reality. So
Hmm.
in the moment, start training yourself. Oh, I felt this negative self-talk. No, you have in that moment. There is no later on in meditation. It's now.
Mm.
You are because later on in meditation, you're gonna have to undo what you created before. So, and nothing is when you create something, it's meant to be experienced. It's not meant to be undone. So if you create things from your subconscious, you're going to have to experience it. And it's a lot of times people aren't excited about their creations. So now let's start creating, realities we are excited to experience. And that's all comes from here, and it's just one choice at a time. That's all it is. It's nothing overwhelming. It's just, hey, I noticed this. Let's just shuffle through it. Okay, I'm back in the 0 point, and this is not going to happen overnight, or maybe for you, who knows? But it's
Hmm.
just every single day. You're going to the gym and you're lifting weights. You can start practicing different muscles, your spiritual muscle, your mental muscle, all these things to help you really truly align to yourself, because that's the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to humanity.
Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Nicola, how can the people viewing like tell them about your website, and I'll put the link up for everyone. It's been in the chat, but after the show I'll put it up because you offer some mentoring, you offer some 5D work. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually I'm creating a it's not on the website yet, but I'm creating a 3 month container for essentially my passion, which is quantum security, and that's essentially allowing people. It might be called somewhere around like Peacekeepers Academy, and that's going to be the beginnings of the teachings of the school that's going to shape. They start taking form at the end of the year, and then essentially it's a 3 month container that very aligned souls will align to it, potentially leaders of the world, or just people that are very much in a leadership platform that wish to fully expend their selves, their life, their relationships, their business. Everything comes from being very mindful of not just your physical reality, not just your income statements, not just all the physical things, but the implications of when we awaken. There's so many interferences, there's so many things that want to start, there's technologies that'll be activated within us from lifetimes ago when we reach certain points in our spiritual evolution, even now, when because everything is coming up to be cleared. So it's a basically a fast track into or you can even call it a boot camp of, this is what you need to know, and this is how you're going to need to know it, and this is the simple practical steps to apply it into your life. That's going to be one program, and then the next program is going to be for couples to really come together, and it's typically one partner has awakened, the other one hasn't. How do you deal with that situation? And it's a very step-by-step quantum approach to dealing with your own, your own processes, your own ways of relating to the mother father, stuff that normally comes up in relationships. And it's a very sacred container, so it's basically going to allow you to do that. And then I have one-on-one services, mentorships, and basically most of if you do a private 3 month with me, there's no information about it, because it's going to be specifically what you need, how you need it is going to be curated for you, and for your soul. So essentially I speak to your soul, we create a thing, you give me some feedback, and then we create a blueprint for you to launch into your highest potentials. So just those are just a few things that are coming out right now. There's many more things that will come out eventually, but I'm really excited to get these 3 month containers out, because I really enjoy really going through a journey with somebody. Because when you just have like one session or one meeting with somebody, you opened up Pandora's box,
Right.
and it's like, okay, well, yeah, great, man. Yeah, I know you got something, but it's like now you don't really know what. I have like clients that come back to me 2 years later, being like, man, like I don't know how to deal with any of this, because it's like, yeah, I know, but it's that there needs to be kind of like, I don't like to use the what do you call it, the plant medicines. Plant medicines are very, they open you up, but then you need to integrate that process. And a lot of times you take them, nobody considers the integration process. So you go to ayahuasca journey or something, and you go, oh my goodness, I realized all of this, but I don't know how to come back to reality. I don't know how to do all of this stuff. And it's like, there needs to be like, 2 days of one thing and then 5 days of integrating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of that process. So I'm very much becoming more passionate about really going through an experience with people and taking them on a journey. And it's far more ethical as well in the spiritual way of not just opening the Pandora's box up and then having like, okay, enjoy. Because it's I even myself, with all the tools of all the information, I literally have every tool I can possibly need. But even there's moments where there's programs that make me feel helpless and be like, I don't know what to do with none of these. And I have to rely on my wife or other beautiful people in my life to help hold space for me in those moments. So it's like a 90-10% thing, where 90% is kind of our responsibility, but 10% is others. We have to lean on somebody to help, and the power of that 10%, actually, it helps us access more of the 90%, because most people are operating maybe on 5% of that 90%.
Yeah.
So and it's my responsibility to help others take responsibility for themselves and allow them to really fully blossom. So
Wow, that's incredibly marvelous. That's wow. So you guys, if this sounds amazing to you, which it does for me, you know where to contact Nikolay for that. Thank you, Nikolay, for being with us. So
absolutely.
appreciate it. Now,
And thank you
Bruno,
for the question, Karen.
You're
yeah, that was
welcome.
a very good question. Now,
I
Bruno,
like I
huh?
like to answer to two people. I saw some
Yeah,
comments,
yeah.
which is
So that's
respect.
I'm gonna throw you one question because I think it's important because I know it's going to irk him. Okay, go
Is
with
it
that
that
one.
one? Okay.
Uh,
Go with that
it
one.
was one, how we know that the
Yeah.
military are good or
So
bad.
so let me
Well,
put it there.
yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. There you go.
The,
Okay, with the
with the
military.
military release met technology, the program also different military groups. Yeah, different military groups. We know they only want to sell guns, and never gonna sell the med beds or release these med beds. And of course, it is the Galactic Military Alliance, which is not seen on media on anywhere, but it's working diligently to clean up the swamp.
So it's
So
not the typical military. It's the
no,
Galactic
no, it
Military
is, yes,
Alliance.
it is the Earth Galactic Alliance, which
Mhm.
is made of many countries, including Romania. So yes, uh, we know some people there. So
Yes.
when the time come, we will let you know, because these technologies really require very special security staff, trained military, which we have, and also special uh, training doctors, which we have. So that's the first question. The second question was, somebody asked, uh, you don't need med bed technology. You can be yourself. Look, even Nikolay and me and you, Corina, and all of
Mhm.
us, we
Mhm.
are focused on creation. We are focused on spirituality. We know the power of our souls, but you are weak as a body, so you need supplements. You need to meditate. You need things. Nobody arrive at the level with all this toxicity in our bodies for 20, 30 years. You need a tool that can release you to open your third eye chakra, to open your mind, you detox your body and have a different lifestyle. Then you become the med bed. Yes, I
Mhm.
agree.
Yes.
So you are the best technology God create your body. I agree, but it will be very nice to have a tool to heal your cancer in 30 minutes,
Yeah.
instead to stay 3 years like my friend which take pills because the pain is so unbearable.
Yes.
So let's be kind and compassionate about this. Once we have received these gifts, it's given to humanity that will help a lot of helpless people. So I
Yes.
just answered to those guys.
Yes.
If I can interject real quick here, is I
Yes.
want to bring some awareness to the Earth Alliance a little bit. A lot
Good.
of people believe the Earth Alliance is mostly humans, and there is, quite a human initiative right now that is happening with different influential leaders that a former president was, our last former president was, is part of that alliance. But an American president. And
Red.
there's two organizations that are very important right now, in really starting to, if you have any form of uh, discernment or alignments to communicating through telepathy. The Galactic Federation of Light is basically a united, kind of like a United Nations just for the galaxy, and they're very important to connect to. But there's one caveat with it: it's always use discernment when connecting to anything and feel how the frequency feels, because there's many imposters, many things that come through as light workers, light beings, as many masters. So be very cautious on what you're connecting to and how it feels, and if it's coming from love. And love is not demanding. Let's just say it that way. And then the next one is Ashtar Command. That's essentially a security force that has been around for a long time, and it's an intrinsic part of my consciousness as well. And that's why I came down to the name of the quantum security specialist, because I've been doing this for thousands upon eons of years. That just on the soul level, I'm very security based, and also there's a a negotiating peacekeeper aspect to it. So those two organizations, they're separated from each other, but they're also working together at this moment, and they are the ones that will be creating a lot. I mean, also there's going to be different councils of light, the Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Arcturians, and many other beautiful beings. They're all in concert right now, helping us negotiate our way, because we do have free will, and we still have to come to specific agreements. But there are certain laws, and there are basically mandates and dictations that, certain things have to happen in certain ways. And if you don't follow those laws, just like on Earth, there is
Yeah.
repercussions, and there are things. And that's why, many of the powers that be are very much, they have to disclose a lot of information, and they do it through
Yeah.
basically in your face tactics, that most people just discard. But basically everything they do, they're telling you exactly what they have to do, because it is mandated. So with the med beds, with everything, with all the technology, because humanity has been spacefaring probably since the 1930s. And they have all the technologies. Basically everything we're receiving right now is decades old technology, like cell phones and different things that have been discarded for a long time. And so everything is available. Like, there's the infrastructure is available for everything to be implemented at any moment. All it takes is the humanity's collective, your minds, your choices, everything. You're fully empowered to bring that in as fast as possible. All, but at the same time, the beings are waiting for a collective shift, a collective acceptance, before certain things can be released. And it's really has nothing. It's really out of control of humans. It's out of control of the powers that be, should I say? It's in control of the population. So the more you are aligned with yourself, the more you are, believing into what the reality you want to be, the faster those things come, because you shift the collective. You are in control. You have all the power, and you just forgot it. So I think that's the most important message of all. So anytime you're saying, "Hey, when's this going to happen?" It's going to happen when I get my stuff together. When it's going to happen, because they're waiting for us to get on the same page. Just like I was saying with the vibrations, they're saying, "Hey guys, I'm right here. You just have to come up here, and we got it all." So it's up to you. No organization, no dark entity can keep this from us. It's already there. It's just our responsibility to get us to the vibrational level is needed for us to be able to handle that kind of technology, to handle that kind of freedom, to handle all that comes with. So
Correct.
Wow. Very, very good. All right. I see one more question, or do we go to that one more question? Let's just do it. The last question. Here you go. Here we
That's good one. I
go.
love it. Oh my God. That's a good one. Well, all I can say is that humans have about 50 trillion cells, and each one evaluate at 1 volt. Imagine how much energy you have in your body, which is, you know what? You don't use it. And then only 1 gram of DNA contains 33 billion books like that. So imagine how powerful we are, 8 billions on this planet with that energy. And it's very easy, it's wireless. So we use that, to communicate. They use our wireless energy from the low vibration of our thoughts and emotions. So once you are in a high vibration, they cannot use you. Now they use you, but we have the cure too. So that's the it's easy. Yeah, they use this to feed themselves, to travel interstellar with our energy. They store the energy from our souls, so we are them food. So
Mm-hmm.
once you are not comply with the low vibration of fear, and you vibrate into your love and creativity and beauty, you become invisible. So it's up to you now what you're going to
yeah,
choose your life to be.
That's
and
brilliant.
be also very careful when connecting to those type of energies and those type of technologies. What you're talking about is that there's a basically a system that recycles souls, so they're not choosing certain things, but it has nothing to do with nosebleeds or any physical symptoms. That's a basically in between life situation that you're referring to, but at the same time, uh, don't dwell on it too much. Essentially, like Bruno was saying, don't. The more you create a fear about that, or create a fear around this um, idea, especially around the name, it has a lot of fear to it that it doesn't need to. It's just think of it as beings that are programmed in one specific way, and they're very much disconnected from source, and they're just doing what they know best. They don't know how to siphon energy from any other way, and don't there's nothing to fear from that aspect. There is you know obviously there is a survival instinct in us that triggers certain
Mm-hmm.
fears, because when there's a predator is looking at you like food, then yes, but at the same time, it's not it's just a misguided individual, an individual or collective that is just operating from a very specific way of programming. Like so it's they're very much, yeah. And they're also, to some degree, they're also controlled in their own ways, and there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
So not to say that, not to watch out, but be very discerning about not giving that energy, not giving those negative feelings and energy, and really stay in your heart and just
Yes.
keep those thoughts going, and don't focus on technologies too much unless you're um, around trusted individuals that know very well how to deal with those technologies. And typically your guides are protecting you from most things that you can deal with. If you can deal with it, it'll be put in front of you. If you can't, it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Brilliant, brilliant. That's why it's so important, you guys. Whatever you focus to, for you to remember, whatever you focus becomes the source of your supply. So if you focus on the negative, then that's going to become the source of the supply from which you will be fed back. And if you focus on the positive, stay in the heart, like Nikolay said, then that is what is going to be your strength, and that's going to multiply, because whatever we look to multiplies. So that's just incredible. Wow, thank you, Bruno. Any last words before we sign off?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. I would love that every human on this planet, they start having a habit each night before they go to send gratitude to the universe, pray for prosperity of humankind, and envision our relationship with our star brothers. Envision everything it's beautiful, and connect with the nature, and stay alkaline eat good food, stay away of corporations, goods, and just enjoy your life as maximum as possible. Because the most beautiful to live is in harmony and in love with
Yes.
beauty and your heart.
Yes. Beautiful. Wow.
Well,
Well, thank
Bruno,
you.
we got
Yes.
we want to talk about your website too.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
That.
And I want to remind everybody, man, we had a good crowd in the house today, and we had a lot of you guys in the chat. Thank you so much, because the questions and the comments is what keeps the conversations going. And there's always another conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So, um, Bruno, tell us about your website. I'm going to pull it up and kind of give everyone a view of it. And he has a lovely website as well. And let's take a look while Bruno talks about it.
Mhm. So, Bruno, talk about your
Oh,
website.
oh,
Yes.
so I thought
He's
you
waiting
want.
for a video, I think.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, you know what? We try to approach the idea of the name. You know, United Thracia. It's the old Thracian tribes which spread all over the world, in Europe mostly, and we try to bring this. You have in English too. You just have to put the button here.
Yes. Yes.
So we collect a very beautiful mind of visionary in our team, and we just want to express the desire to create a new paradigm, what we are doing, how we are prepared to share the world, the beauty in ourselves. And it's a interesting approach. It's different than other, you know, entities that they want to do, but we are joining as many possible in with many other creative minds, you know, like Sasha Stone with the New Earth, like Ubuntu from uh, Africa, and you know, the networking is unbelievable. Ecolite communities, it's the project of my heart, which was given by Baba Vanga to share the world, because these communities are, you know, creative communities, spiritual and technology communities. And this is what we're working now to put the blueprint in Romania, in Brasov, actually, where Nikolay lives, and then share this to the whole world, because these communities will become part of the microstates. And the microstates already are existing right now, 35. And these small satellites will become the moon of the Earth. So the microstates. So you don't need anyone to govern you, govern mind. No, you just
mhm.
govern yourself into a community with beautiful people with a high consciousness and vibration, and the rest will come. They'll follow you because they see the difference, which is now today in the world, the way they live now, the censorship, and you know, all these bad things that happen to humanity. We try to make a difference. In fact, we are not trying, we are doing it.
You're doing it.
So we
Yes.
are very close to materialize this, and we bring together such an amazing visionaries and such a beautiful souls like Nikolai to bring more value to what we are doing. And
Hmm.
once we serve humanity with solutions, because this is what we do, then you know that will be very easy. Everybody will understand through shows like that with Corina Pataki, which is amazing that she can share this to the world, and she can share her brothers in soul to the world, and we make this visible. And at one point, I will believe that we're gonna create a documentary film about Romania and Bucegi Mountains. So it will be much more, because through art, music, and
Yes. Yes.
film, you know, people have more impact to understand.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we just give solutions. That's it. We are dedicated. We don't have any material interests. We know how to collect good people. We use all the energy, all ancestors, all our stellar brothers to help us, give us informations, and we are guided. So
Yes.
I just want to thank you, Corina, for this amazing long show, and thank you
Yes.
to the audience. And
Yes.
wherever they can, we can serve them, we're happy to do it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, Nikolai. Thank you guys so much for watching from all over the world. We appreciate your time. I hope that this has blessed you. We always remember, um, my platform is called The Quest for Truth. So, therefore, every time you choose to tune into The Quest for Truth, that's exactly what my desire is, to take you on a quest for truth. And from there, it's your choice what you're going to do with it. Are you going to just put it on the shelf? Are you going to poo poo it? Or are you going to actually take your quest for truth that helps you walk your blueprint out? So we hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please, please share this, like it, share it, and just spread the love and the light that you are. Not fear, but love, light, and hope. Karen, thank you for doing the amazing things that you do, all this stuff that would make me rip my hair out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Bruno, you guys stay on the line with us. We're going to talk to you after this. I'm going to end out with Bruno's video to end the session. So anybody that missed it, now you get to see it if you came on late. So we appreciate you all spending time with us, and your chat and your uplifting comments. And we will see you again very soon.
We love you.